episode 18 of Trev's Hockey Show here on Trev TV. If anybody else hasn't done this yet, let me be the first to welcome you to the official start of the 18-19 NHL season. Forgive the voice, I'm coming down with something. I don't know what, whether it's a flu, a cold, a combination of both. I'm not sure, but I'm coming down with something, regardless. But anyway, that's completely off the point. We're already 2 games under the belt already. Washington laid the boots to the Bruins, and Marchand laid the boots to Eller. Yeah, I know, bad choice of joke, right? And the Leafs beat the Canadiens in overtime. Surprise. But all in all, I mean, we got the banner raised up in Washington. That's there forever now. We can't forget that Washington was a Stanley Cup winner. And it would be even sweeter than just 1 banner. 2. So maybe we'll see a back-to-back Washington Stanley Cup championship team. Because you gotta have goals. You gotta have pipe dreams. You know, it's never a bad thing to wish for things like that. I don't think, anyway. On the topic of Washington, though, it was today. Today is the 3rd. Tom Wilson was handed a 20-game suspension for an illegal check to the head. I honestly thought he was going to get 12, maybe 15, if they really wanted to push it. But I didn't know they were going to give him the Raffi Torres suspension, which is good. We don't need more guys who played like Raffi Torres, and we especially don't need guys who hit heads like Tom Wilson does. And I'm not saying he's a dirty player. I'm sure he's a good player when he wants to be, when he's not, breaking dudes' jaws or concussing people or fucking up their shit in their face, Because, I forget the name of the kid he knocked out, but yeah, he's got some pretty vicious scars on his face from that hit. But 20 games? Yeah, no, it's probably worth it in the long run. Whether or not he'll learn something from it, well, hey, losing $1.2 million, that would teach me to learn something. Even if it's just a shred of something. At least I'm learning. But anyway, we got a few different things I'd like to talk about today. So let's get on to that. What I didn't touch on in my last video with the hockey pool that I have going with Melissa, it will be updated monthly, meaning November 1st, December 1st, January 1st. We'll be doing videos updating our progress, who's beating who in points and whatever else, and which were bad picks and which guys are hurt at the moment. Right now, I've got 1 guy on injured reserve for at least 3 weeks, and it's Torrey Krug. If I'd known that when we were doing the draft, I wouldn't have picked them, but, it's the beauty of not knowing these things until you go in. On top of it being updated monthly, we're not sure, myself and Melissa, if we're going to do basic videos where I edit and all that fun stuff, or if we're just going to do off the cuff and do lives. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'm sure I could convince her to do a live. We all know she can be shy, but I'm sure I could convince her. Either way, let us know what you'd like to see, and we'll go from there. If the demand for live updates is there, we'll do it live. We'll make a fun time out of it, and we could stretch it for an hour at least, maybe an hour and a half. Either way, we could stretch it. It'll be fun. But again, we'll decide. And if you guys want to see us do a live video, we'll do a live video. But we'll figure something out, at least before the first update. Like they do every year, EA Sports simulated the 18-19 season with NHL 19. I don't know how many times they simulate it, but I'd love to know. Because their results, I'm not sure I 100% wholeheartedly agree with. They did come up with some award predictions. I don't remember if they've done that in the past. But essentially their pick was Dahlin for the Calder, Laine for the Richard, Erik Karlsson, for the Norris. McDavid was going to walk out with the Lindsay, the Art Ross and the Hart, and goalie Bob was going to walk away with the Vezina. That's interesting. That's interesting. Myself personally, I don't think he's going to have a Vezina type of season, but it's early. It's only day one, so we'll see what happens from there. But their playoff simulation was kind of interesting. They have Toronto going over Columbus in the Eastern Conference Final. They have San Jose going over, was it Nashville? I think it was Nashville in the Western Conference Final. And then they have Toronto beating San Jose in 7 for the Cup, with John Tavares being the Conn Smythe Trophy winner. Not this year. In my own humble opinion, as an expert, Toronto will win a cup one day, very soon, but not this year. Not this year. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm in the same boat as a lot of other people. It's like they need the time to develop. They need the time to prove that they can be a playoff team, a cup-winning team, and all that stuff. I just don't think this year is their year. I could be wrong, but that's why I'm curious. How many times did they simulate this? Because if that was their most common answer, Toronto beating San Jose, then something's flawed. But at the same time, they're not necessarily known for their correct predictions. Not through their own fault or anything like that, but they don't always predict right. I'll say that much. With EA Sports doing their predictions for the playoffs and certain awards, that brought up the point of, I'm not doing award or playoff predictions just yet. I'll be doing those at the end of the season for the playoff bracket and when the awards are announced, when all of them are announced. And I think they generally announce that in May, end of April into May, and then June, I think you get your last set of nominees. So late May, early June, you'll have my prediction video for awards again. Hopefully I'll do better this time around than last time. I mean, I didn't do too bad, but I didn't do great. And yeah, you won't see my playoff prediction video till the end of the season. I'm not going to chance my predictions in playoffs yet. I've already kind of did my division predictions, and that's as far as I'll go for now. I mean, I'll definitely be talking about it in future videos, absolutely, but to make an actual prediction of things, not yet. And then my favorite chunk of news out of the last couple days, the Board of Governors, as far as expansion is concerned, met yesterday with the prospective owners for the Seattle team. And it was unanimously decided between 9 NHL owners, including Jeremy Jacobs, and the commissioner. It would have been 10 owners, but the guy who owns the Lightning wasn't there. But having the commissioner say, yeah, we should proceed and consider Seattle as an expansion team. That's exciting. That's very exciting. Obviously, I mean, the vote won't happen till December. I was hoping it would have happened sooner, but I don't control these things. If I did, Seattle would already have the team. They just have to pay off the franchise fee, build their arena, and they're good to go. But from what it sounds like, it's very optimistic, which means come early December, I'll be the first that doesn't live in Seattle, I'm sure, that'll be jumping on the Seattle bandwagon. I don't care if they name the team the Sockeyes, the Kraken, the Totems, the Emeralds, whatever. I don't care. I'm jumping on the boat. I've only been wanting a team in Seattle since 1998. And that was when I went to Seattle. And I mean, having their ticket drive, I think their ticket drive was 10,000 tickets sold in 12 minutes. Minutes! Not hours, minutes. Now they have a waiting list that could potentially be 5 years long. So to tell me Seattle's not ready for a hockey team is complete and utter bullshit. They're ready. Give them the team. I'm sure the owners in their multi-billionaire selves will pay that franchise fee. No problem. Key Arena will be done. No problem. Just give them the team. and the impatience, give them the team. The NHL wants it. The fans want it. Well, I myself want it. But you all know that. I mean, you could make the argument, oh, it'll dilute and water down the product. They said the same thing about Vegas. They said the same thing when Minnesota came back, when Columbus came in, when Atlanta was in, when Nashville came in. You know, if it was supposed to be watered down. When I started watching hockey, there was 21 teams. When they expanded from San Jose to Vegas, the constant argument, oh, the product's going to be watered down. No, it's not. Not even close. If anything, it'll be exciting because you'll have that many more players who all want the same thing, which will make for very exciting hockey. So hurry up, December. I can't wait any longer. And that's all I really wanted to talk about on day one of the 2018-19 NHL season. So I hope you enjoyed my rant. As always, I want to thank you for tuning in. Your viewership always means so much to me. Always has, always will. Especially lately now, a lot of my videos I'm seeing are peaking in views, which is very awesome. I mean, yeah, it's not the thousands of views like everybody else gets, but hey, baby steps. Ain't nothing wrong with baby steps. But feel free to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to on your way out. You can find me on Facebook at Trev's TV. You can find me on Instagram at rockstartrev TV. I have no idea what I want to do for next episode yet. I've got a few ideas for other videos, but which video I want to do, I'm not sure. I might actually tackle that Autobot video, which I've been kind of procrastinating on for the last 3 months. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So until then, keep on the lookout for videos from the Trev. Later.